Yo, what is good, everyone, and thank you for checking back into the channel. That stand did not work well with me trying to slam that down, but let's get into it. So you already know what it is. This is my football channel. This is the Water Boys, and I am going to dive into yesterday's games, which would be Saturday night games. If you happen to miss the preview of that video, the link will be down below. The description will be right above me, so please do check that out. Let's see if everything matches well together. And oh yes, you Colt fans, don't think I didn't forget about you. You guys had a game today. I did forget about the other team. Oh, well, because that wasn't really much to focus on, but we will focus on the two quarterbacks in that game. But before we dive into any of that, you guys already know what to do. Please do subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on anything. And if you don't want to miss out on anything, you might as well hit that notification bell. It'll give you a little ding. You check your phone. It's like, oh, shit, Waterboys posted. There you go. Go get it. And then as for that, if you do like this video, give me that big thumbs up. And without further ado, let's jump into this video. So like I said, the first thing we're going to jump into, and I'm sorry to disrespect you, it's the Colts versus the Panthers. It's just nothing really much. I want to focus on the Panthers. I know a lot of people will be like, oh, they got a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. But not really something I really want to be a focal point and focus on right now too much. Maybe the last preseason game or the next one when he gets more playing time. That'd be more interesting for me. But right now, we got Jacob Easton and Sam Ellinger. Now, they were both mediocre. They were both kind of pedestrian. The only thing that really popped out to me a lot with these two was Sam Ellinger. He's a very mobile running quarterback. When he couldn't find a play, he ran and made a play. Now, if this was a boxing match, I think he took round one. So if Carson Wentz isn't healthy by week one, so far he looks like your starting quarterback. Nothing really too bad for both of them. It was like something they were, smooth guiding, selling them into the lineup because they both really threw like pedestrian passes. Nothing really sailed crazy. They both, I want to say they averaged between 8 yards a pass. So it's something to get them started, get them under their feet and things like that, get them comfortable. So I think it was good for both of them. Ellinger threw the interception, but also too, he looked more impressive to me as well. But again, preseason week one, we'll see what happens. Definitely preseason week two, because I think Easton started this game. We'll see if they flip flop and let Ellinger start the next one and see how that goes. And then preseason week three, it's like battle of the fittest. Who wants it? Who wants to be the week one starter? And then Carson Wentz comes out of nowhere. Now let's jump into last night's games. And before I go into any of it, yes, I'm going to probably miss some games. Why? Because nothing was really too notable for me to put down, focused on, flat out boring. So if you're offended I didn't talk about your team needs to play a little better maybe. I'm just playing. But anyways, yeah, I'm just going to focus on things that really caught my eye. I don't want this video to drag on, and that's why I didn't focus on everything and caught everyone's attention. I did watch every game, but for me to put it in this video, I don't know. It's not part of my time. I want to focus on things that people want to see, and the first thing people want to see is Trevor Lawrence and how he did. So Trevor Lawrence, how do I put it? He wasn't bad. He actually looked really good. Actually, what I was mostly impressed about too, and if you follow my Twitter account, you can. The link will be down below. I actually really like Jacksonville's O-line. It was kind of more surprising to me. He had a lot of time to throw last night, and his numbers aren't world-shattering and things like that, earth-breaking, none of that. But he did look good. He looked comfortable. If it's really a quarterback competition, he's winning it. But I think he is looking really good in that offense. And I think that O-line, if they can protect him and it's just not a preseason thing, Jacksonville can be an up-and-coming team sooner rather than later. I'm not saying playoffs, but I'm saying maybe, how do you put the records now? Is it 8 and 9? Is that what we do? Because there's 17 games? I'll just run with that. They could be like a 7-10, 8-9 team. And that's actually not bad from going from 2-win team last year. That's a big improvement for them. Now, next game I'm going to focus on is the Broncos and the Minnesota Vikings. And I'll give credit where it's due. I will shut my mouth because I was talking all that you-know-what. And Drew Lock came and balled out. Over 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was slanging that thing. Again, yes, preseason. Don't buy into the hype too soon. But if you're going to win a quarterback competition, you might as well come out like that. He looked amazing. And the only other thing that looked more amazing than him was Patrick Surtain. Had a pick 6. I think he smothered the guy he was on all night. He is going to be something scary to look out in the future. I think he looks better than his dad. And I know, again, preseason, don't buy into the hype. But if I'm going to buy into any hype, I will buy into Surtain before I'll buy into Locke. And I think he is solidified. He could be a top 5 corner just in year 1. He looks really good. I don't know how to go that. Well, actually, take that one out. Now, next game up that I had listed that I really enjoyed, that I loved watching highlights of, was Justin Fields. And as I did mention in the other video, my Saturday preview, it was actually live while I was recording that video. And I said in the first half, he looked pedestrian, actually didn't look too great. And then in the second half, it's like he needed that halftime. He looked really well. It's like, he's like, okay, I got my feet under me. It's time to play ball. It's time to show him what I can do. And he looked really good. He looks really comfortable. Now, again, that is Andy Dalton's team. But Justin Fields, he could take over sooner than later as well. And I'd love to see all these young quarterbacks just come over, take over the league, because they was drafted to do it. And I know they want you to sit behind and learn the offense and things like that. But man, Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, Trey Lance, I will talk about in a little bit. I think they could be the future, and I think they need to start sooner rather than later. You know, knock the dust off their shoulders and things like that. Like, they need it. Like, if they wait longer, like, I don't see what the difference is from 1 to 6. If you do it in week 1, at least you know. Let's get those mistakes out of the way, because those same mistakes will happen in week 6, so you might as well just do it now. Definitely, if you want to be a playoff contention team, I'm not saying they're going to dive into the playoffs, but man, it can help your future, like I always say, sooner rather than later. And speaking of Trey Lance, that's where I'm going. I'm going 49ers, Chiefs. Now, I'm happy my team took the win, but it's preseason, so there's not too much to gloat about with there. But Trey Lance, he looked really good. Now, there was a lot of moments where it was like, ooh, shouldn't have thrown that pass. Now, there was a lot of moments, too, where it's like, damn, your receiver should have caught the ball. There was another lot of moments where it's like, damn, your O-line ain't blocking for you. Now, the thing I like over him and Jimmy G is why I say he should start, again, sooner rather than later, is because he's very mobile. And if that old line is going to crumble like that, now I know you don't want your rookie, your face of the franchise for the future. Well, face of the franchise now, I'm going to say it anyways, because Jimmy G already knows what's good. But you don't want him getting hit like that. But if he moves around a lot, like, he might be able to avoid a lot of those hits. But man, I think while he was in there, the Chiefs sacked him 3 times? And that wasn't even a full game. I think that was over a 2-quarter span's worth. Now, he had this beautiful 80-yard touchdown, which he just burned our safety. The safety had read the wrong coverage, but he made the play, so it looked really good. And like I said, he had receivers dropping balls, O-line not protecting him. He hit a lot of people in their face, so like I've seen that before. Super Bowl. Come on, guys. Patrick Mahomes, he had you. What was you doing? We should have won the damn game. Okay, let me get out of my feelings. Anyways, Trey Lance. Yeah, I think he should be starting, and let's reiterate, let's go back to it with that O-line. You see why Jimmy G probably getting hurt every year. Like, if you see Trey Lance under that pressure, Jimmy G is not the same athlete as Trey Lance. So Jimmy G could get hurt again, and Trey Lance is going to end up starting anyways in the future. So you might as well just put him in and then get what you can for Jimmy G before he does get hurt, because then you have no value for him whatsoever. And then my last game I will be covering, it'll be the Houston Texans visiting the Green Bay Packers. The main person we are all focused on, Aaron Rodgers. Nah, it's preseason. So we're focusing on Jordan Love. He actually looked really good. He did get hurt last night, but they say it's nothing too serious. Like I said, even though they didn't do what I said, because I'm not the coach, so I don't blame them. But you might as well have Jordan Love starting every game in the preseason. Play every quarter. Let this be like his Madden. Let this be like his Super Bowl. Let him sling it around. Let him throw like 5 touchdowns. Let him do his thing. But then again, why you don't do that? Because he got hurt in the short amount of period that he was in there. Now, hopefully it's nothing too serious like they're saying, because, again, that is your future. I know you got Aaron Rodgers, but God forbid something happens to Rodgers, then you got no quarterback. So you probably got to go sign Blake Bortles again. And that's the last thing you want to see in the Green Bay. No one will be like, what the hell? From Jacksonville? Really? Didn't he have a stint with the Rams? Yeah. No one wants to see that. So make sure he's healthy. Don't play him every game, like I said. It would be fun to see. And last thing you want is just Aaron Rodgers going down too as well. But Jordan Love, for the period he was in there, he looked really good. So that's something to build on for him in the future. Hopefully he recovers well, and hopefully everything's just swimmingly. And that will close out today's video. So if you guys haven't already and you haven't made it all the way through the video, I am kind of disappointed in you, but I understand because these videos can run long. But if you have, I greatly appreciate you. And if you haven't as well, please do subscribe, hit that red button, hit that thumbs up button. And also, like I always mention, if you haven't yet as well, please follow us on Twitter. I will keep you up to date on all the latest NFL news and rumors. As well, I will post every video link if it hasn't already been on Facebook. So please do follow that page. You won't miss out on any of those videos as well. And without further ado, take care. Enjoy your Sunday.